Welcome back everybody to another Madden NFL 22 franchise mode video, guys. So in this video we're going to go ahead and take on the New England Patriots, and a rare matchup. That's not something that happens quite often, since they're technically in the other conference, the AFC. So it should be interesting. It'll be an away game over here in Boston, so which is one of those stadiums that I would definitely want to check out. Leave a comment below if you agree or not. Definitely if you feel like there's another stadium that seems more appealing to you. For me, it's always like, whenever I think about Gillette Stadium, I think about those games where you're watching the broadcast and like there's literally nothing but snow on the field. So I'm just like, man, how do they keep track as to like how much yardage they need to get the first down or something like that? And I'm like, wow, like getting tackled in the snow, that must be something that you can't really describe. So it's just like, I don't know, like there's just something, like whenever I think about Gillette Stadium, I really think about all that, and I'm like, wow, that would be really cool to see. Kind of like, the way I feel about Kansas, like Arrowhead Stadium, where the roar of the fans are just, it's nuts over there. Like you if you really pay attention whenever they're playing those broadcasts, and like the commentators sometimes go quiet and you can hear that rumble, and I'm like, wow, that must be one of those experiences that you just have to be there to live that. And so as we go through the first quarter here, so far right now, Patriots have been doing a pretty good job. Even though they are on the rebuilding side, they've been able to hold their own here. So right now it's 10-7. That's going to be an easy passer interference call, and it is. It's confirmed, 19 yards, puts us in the red zone, and kudos there to the defense for stopping us right at the 1. But of course, we just keep coming and keep coming. And so now we officially once again retake the lead here. Our boy Randall Moore, someone that we haven't been really using quite often this season. He's kind of been our fifth option after Isabella and Gabriel Davis. So the fact that we're able to get him involved, get him a couple touches, is always great. And just looking at this replay here, a little glitch or something, but that was just funny to me. Like he ends up bumping into Darnell Daniels and ends up getting shoved, which ends up kind of giving him a quick push that gets him a nice amount of yards. I think a good 15 yards, which is great, because now, since we're in the 2-minute warning, we want to try to avoid using any of our timeouts here. So with about 80 seconds left, we're already to 31, and then there's Isabella right there, fully open, and he's gonna get a 31-yard touchdown here to just make us look that good here. As we end up going to halftime with the lead, 21-17, and it's gonna be interesting. Right now, despite having the lead, the Patriots have outpassed us. I think right now they had almost 200 yards passing, and we've kind of been able to keep it on the running game here. And so now with this, we end up getting once again into the red zone, down to the 6. Give it to our boy, our backup tight end, Darnell Daniels, who once again gets a touchdown. And then you see the guy that's supposedly Bill Belichick, not happy, about that at all. And obviously, because Belichick is more of a defensive mind, he prides himself on having a strong defense to win these ball games and everything. And part of the reason why Belichick is not available in Madden is because, I guess, since he's technically, from what I've understood, is technically he's more than a coach. He's like the coach/GM, so he's not signed to the union, which is what allows EA to be able to kind of put all these coaches and all these players on the game. So because he's not part of that, because he's technically more of an executive, that's the reason why Belichick is not in Madden. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please go ahead and put a comment below, but I believe that, from my understanding, that's why Belichick is never featured. I think it was the same situation with, or something similar to that, with Barry Bonds back in the old MLB games, where Bonds would never be, to this day, I have never played a MLB game, and I started playing back in 2004. But I had never been able to play an MLB game with Barry Bonds in the game, and it was weird because obviously at the time he was probably one of the better players for the Giants. It's like weird to like not it's like imagining playing the Lakers without not maybe not that big. It's like imagine like playing Toronto without Pascal Siakam. Like it's like what? Wait, what? That's kind of weird. Like it's like okay, but hey, for whatever reason that was part of my childhood. So as we move on here to the fourth quarter, it's a 35-30 game. So far, kudos to the Patriots. They've been keeping this game really, really close. So 4.5 here left to go in the fourth quarter. Our boy Chase Edmonds breaking the tackle there and getting us down to the 9 here. So about 16 yards gain. We're going to once again push Edmonds here, and he's going to just break all these tackles. Flags on the floor though, so it is a touchdown at the moment, but of course there's a holding call, so it's going to bring us back to the 13. And so try to replicate what we're doing here as the game's pretty much on the line. But with the pass here to Hopkins, that pretty much seals the deal here. Well, potentially. Obviously, it's still not over. 3.5 left, but that was a much needed. Because if we have to settle for the field goal, now we open the possibility of the Patriots tying the game and potentially sending us to overtime. So we go 2:31 left. We go for the nice fake here. Just try to see if we can get us a few extra yards or potentially a touchdown. Kyle Rudolph ends up somehow picking up that pass. There you see Belichick pissed. As we get to the 2-yard line, 2:18 left. We kill the time and get to a 2-minute warning, and then end up kicking it to basically make it a 2-touchdown game. And kudos once again, Patriots 45-37 final score. So they end up scoring a touchdown at the end. And that pretty much wraps up our game, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one here, guys. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This is DC3 Johnson signing off.